AI technology race, China versus US companies, a humorous yet real rivalry. Welcome to the world's most expensive tech soap opera, where trillion-dollar companies, government officials, and startup founders are all fighting over who gets to build the robot brain of the future. Grab your popcorn or your NVIDIA GPU if you can afford one. Here's the full story. The DeepSeek moment. China's Sputnik surprise. Just when American tech giants were feeling smug about their AI dominance, China pulled off a jaw-dropper. US stocks dropped sharply, and chipmaker NVIDIA lost nearly $600 billion in market value after a surprise advancement from a Chinese AI company, DeepSeek, which presented a ChatGPT-like AI model called R1 with all the familiar abilities, operating at a fraction of the cost of OpenAI's, Google's, or Meta's popular AI models. A shocking Chinese AI advancement called DeepSeek is sending US stocks plunging. CNN Business the kicker? The company said it had spent just $5.6 million on computing power for its base model, compared with the hundreds of millions or billions of dollars US companies spend on their AI technologies. That's like showing up to a Formula One race in a second-hand bicycle and still finishing on the podium. NVIDIA, the leading supplier of AI chips, fell nearly 17% and lost $588.8 billion in market value. By far the most market value a stock has ever lost in a single day. Ouch. A shocking Chinese AI advancement called DeepSeek is sending US stocks plunging. Across your CNN Business. The spending arms race. Who can blow more money? If AI were a competition to see who could spend the most money, the US would be winning by a landslide, or so they thought. Microsoft spent approximately $80 billion on AI capital expenditures in 2025 alone. America's main hyperscalers, Alphabet, Amazon, Meta, and Microsoft, have plans to spend a total of $650 billion just this year. Alibaba committed to invest 380 billion yuan, $50.6 billion into cloud computing and AI in the next 3 years, one of the company's largest tech investments to date. Chinese companies, both large firms and fast-growing upstarts, are projected to spend an average of $42.8 million on AI R&D in 2025. This level of investment ranks first globally, ahead of the US, $37 million, and Germany, $34 million. So yes, while American megacorps are splurging like there's no tomorrow, China is quietly doing more with less, and still winning globally on average per company investment. The chip drama, NVIDIA, Huawei, and a never-ending game of you can't have this. The chip war is essentially a schoolyard fight where the US keeps hiding its lunch money and China keeps finding new ways to pack its own lunch. Chinese technology company Huawei said it was launching new computing technologies and AI chips to compete with NVIDIA, the California-based company considered the world's dominant chip producer. China and the United States fought over access to NVIDIA chips for most of the year. Xi Jinping, 2025 was a year of AI and chip breakthroughs amid US-China tech rivalry, so Euronews. On AI chips, Chinese domestic chips made up nearly 41% of China's market in 2025, with approximately half of those sales coming from Huawei, a stark contrast to NVIDIA's 90% or more market share in the Chinese AI chip market before 2023. Competing AI strategies for the US and China. Just Brookings. And here's the plot twist. The stunning achievement from DeepSeek becomes even more shocking when considering that the United States for years had worked to restrict the supply of high-power AI chips to China. That means DeepSeek was able to achieve its low-cost model on underpowered AI chips. A shocking Chinese AI advancement called DeepSeek is sending US stocks plunging. Cedar and CNN Business. The open-source sneak attack. While US companies lock their AI models behind expensive paywalls, Chinese firms handed out their technology for free, and the world said, yes, please. Even as the United States is embarked on a bitter rivalry with China over the deployment of artificial intelligence, Chinese technology is quietly making inroads into the US market. Despite considerable geopolitical tensions, Chinese open-source AI models are winning over a growing number of programmers and companies in the United States. As US battles China on AI, some companies choose Chinese globally. Use of Chinese-developed open models has surged from just 1.2% in late 2024 to nearly 30% in August, according to a report by the developers platform OpenRouter and US venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz. As US battles China on AI, some companies choose Chinese. One American entrepreneur, speaking on condition of anonymity, said their business saves $400,000 annually by using Alibaba's Qwen AI models instead of proprietary models. Now that's a deal. The situation got so bad that even OpenAI had to change its strategy. Altman said competition from Chinese models, particularly open-source systems like DeepSeek, was a factor in OpenAI's recent decision to release its own open-weight models. It was clear that if we didn't do it, the world was going to head to be mostly built on Chinese open-source models, Altman said. OpenAI's Altman warns the US is underestimating China's next-gen AI threat. The talent paradox. We hate you, but please come work for us. Here is where things get truly ironic. The US government wants to limit Chinese AI influence, but Silicon Valley can't seem to build AI without Chinese engineers. The tension highlights a paradox at the heart of America's AI strategy. Lawmakers are pushing to limit Chinese talent on national security grounds, while for tech companies, many of the brightest minds come from China. America can't win the AI race without Chinese talent. Rest of world 7 out of 11 of the highest-profile hires at Meta's new superintelligence lab, some of whom were lured with offers of up to $100 million, got their undergraduate degrees in China. Meta, we don't trust China, but have you seen their engineers? America can't win the AI race without Chinese talent. Rest of world. The energy dilemma. Power-hungry AI and who has more electricity training. AI models consumes so much power that countries are now essentially racing to build the most power plants. The International Energy Agency estimates that US power demand for data centers will more than double from 2024 to 2030, reaching 426 terawatt-hours TWh, or roughly 9% of total electricity demand. China has an advantage in this domain given its ability to quickly build and connect new power generation capacity. In 2025, China added over 540 gigawatts of new power capacity, about 80% of which was solar and wind. So while US AI companies are scrambling for electricity like they forgot to pay the bill, China already has the lights on. Act 7. Washington freaks out. They're stealing our AI. The drama reached new heights when the US government accused China of essentially photocopying its AI models. Michael Kratsios, the president's chief science and technology advisor, accused foreign entities, principally based in China, of engaging in deliberate, industrial-scale campaigns to distill or extract capabilities from leading AI systems made in the US and exploiting American expertise and innovation. Trump administration vows crackdown on Chinese companies exploiting AI models made in US. Model extraction attacks are the latest frontier of Chinese economic coercion and theft of U.S. intellectual property, said Reparer Bill Huizenga, who sponsored a new bill to punish offenders. Trump administration vows crackdown on Chinese firms exploiting AI models. NPR China has always been committed to promoting scientific and technological progress through cooperation and healthy competition. China attaches great importance to the protection of intellectual property rights. So, who's actually winning? The honest answer, it's complicated. For now, America's control of AI chips and larger share of top talent has allowed it to produce the world's most capable large language models, LLMs. Chinese LLMs have lagged behind American models by 7 months on average, according to Epoch AI. 6 graphs that show who's really winning the US-China AI race. China now has 14 out of the global top 20 AI models when ranked on tasks like reasoning, knowledge, math, and coding skills, according to the OpenCompass LLM leaderboard. Although US players still hold the top positions, 9 Chinese rivals are open source. How Chinese, US companies chart their roadmaps in heated AI race. Global Times. Ultimately, the US-China AI race is not a single contest, but a competition across multiple dimensions: compute, models, adoption, integration, and deployment. And perhaps the most humbling takeaway of all, from a top Chinese AI scientist himself: when China's biggest AI players gathered for a landmark meeting in Beijing, one question was in the spotlight. What are the chances of a Chinese AI firm overtaking US frontrunners in the next 3 to 5 years? The answer from a top AI scientist was surprisingly blunt. Below 20%, said Justin Lin, technical lead for Alibaba's Qwen AI models. And I think 20% is already very optimistic. China's AI industry looks unstoppable, but can it overtake the US for tech supremacy? CNN Business Competing AI Strategies for the US and China. Kaiser Brookings. In the end, both sides are racing hard, spending wildly, and occasionally stepping on each other's toes, all while the rest of the world quietly downloads free Chinese AI models and saves hundreds of thousands of dollars. Do not go anywhere. We have 1,000 videos. Give us your feedback. Help us to make better video. Tell what we missed in the video so we can cover the subject matter better. Do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to our social media platforms. That Waipu for watching.